put a towel there so that I don't get any oil on his clothing. And I'm going to begin with the lovely hold. So I'm going to bring my hands down slowly to connect. Take your time. This is a great opportunity to breathe. You can even suggest that you take a few deep breaths at this point with your receiver and yourself. So take a few deep breaths. And as you do so, with each breath, just allow your whole body to sink a little bit more and to feel that connection with their body. Bring your hands away just as slowly, and then you can begin to oil and work with the effleurage. So I'm going to add oil, same as you've seen before. I'm going to start at the lower leg, hands in contact, moving up the body and down again. Always keeping your whole hand in contact. You'll see my hands go around the leg. Just as you did on your own legs. Let's just go on the calf a little bit so you can see that. Moving forwards, the whole body moving back. It's like a pulling movement. So I could almost like pulling a rope here. I'm going to lean back, pull through. As you'll see, it's my bottom that goes back as I pull through. So I'm going to show you close up what that looks like with the effleurage on the calf. So whole hand in contact, both hands side by side, fingers together. Pressure towards the heart generally. It just feels nice when the pressure is upwards like this. This is a small area to have a hand side by side, but my hands fit. If yours don't and you want to go with one hand on top of the other, let's try that. Whole hand in contact. I'm actually leaning in with my whole body. It really is a leaning movement. And as you lean in, you'll find that you'll glide forwards. I'm going to emphasize now the pressure on the fingertips. Let me hope you can see that a little bit. We'll go slower. And then I'm going to emphasize the pressure on the heel of the hand. Actually, I'll do it one hand at a time. That's the heel of the hand. The fingers are really soft and molded to his body. And let's try some of those pulling. Now, we're pulling down this time, right? I just want to show you a few ways to use your knuckles and how important it is to keep everything aligned. So what I've got here is a really flat hand. It's almost like you make a very soft fist. And if you see, what you'll see is the fingers here and the heel of the hand create this nice flat hand. Now, I would suggest that you don't try and squeeze that too much, but keep it soft and flat. It's like you're opening out in the center. And that is one way you can use, I wouldn't say this is knuckles as such, but it's another way to use your hand. You could reinforce that with another hand on top. Then, depending on how mobile your whole hand and joint and your wrist are, you can also go in with these knuckles. Now, you'll see now, these are the metacarpals, these are phalanges. I've now gone really flat with my phalanges, my fingers, so that I'm now using a very flat area of fingers there. I'm not even using those knuckles. Can you see the actual surface area that's connecting with him is the fingers? If I angle that more and I come on top of it, now it's my knuckles. And you can use these knuckles. So here I'm using them much more defined to go into smaller spaces. I might just use, I'm just moving out your way so you can see that. So you can see how I might use knuckles in a slightly different way. Coming onto the side and reinforcing those, just really pulling those fingers together very, very slowly, because this is deep now. Very slowly. And there's a soft way to use knuckles. Very, very soft. So you can play around with those, but the important thing is that all of your joints are aligned, that you don't end up doing this kind of movement where you're going to hurt your joints in any way. So you have to be very, very careful. So even this one, you see where this joint, there's a little bit too much extension on there. So any kind of angle like this and you're likely to hurt yourself. So even that, I would have to step back from that and go flatter. So be very careful with knuckles. A, they can be quite destructive if you're not using them with sensitivity. And B, they can, if you haven't got your hands aligned, you can hurt yourself. And we don't want that.